On today's review, I'm going to be taking a look at Transformers War for Cybertron, Netflix series, Walmart exclusive, Chromia. And we're going to just take a look at the box art real quick. And we got Transformers, Generations, Takara Tomy, Netflix. Bottom, we got the War for Cybertron, we got Hasbro, Chromia. Got Chromia here, the box art. I actually prefer the Siege box art, the original, than this, but it's different, interesting. And on the back of the box, we got Chromia in the 15 steps into the Cybertronian vehicle mode. Pretty cool. Turn it to this side. We got the Netflix series. This I like. This artwork I do like more. That red, black, and white. It's really cool. And that's going to be it. So let's get Chromia out of the box and see how awesome she really is. Now here's Chromia out of the box and in Cybertronian vehicle mode. And I gotta say, this vehicle looks interesting. It's different. It's not like a regular car or something. It's definitely Cybertronian. One thing, I was hearing that a lot of, like, this piece would come off of the original Siege version of Chromia, and luckily it looks like they kind of fine-tuned it on this repaint for the Netflix series version, so it's not coming off. But I do notice something else coming off. It's going to be this piece, and I'll show you in the transformation a little bit later. But let's just go over the colors and the paints just to see how much they changed this figure, because I know this, the windshield here, this used to be like a clear plastic lighter color, versus now it's like a darker blue. It's still clear, but they got scratch marks on it. I like that. That just shows she's in the trenches with the rest of the Autobots fighting, trying to fight for freedom. So that's cool. That's a nice touch there. And then on the sides as well, gunmetal gray. So she's been fighting definitely in the trenches. Definitely shows. Same on this side. Even with some of these, like, got some blue here, but then it goes gunmetal gray here right in the front. And then we got that little, like, burn mark there or something, or just a chip paint, which is pretty cool, and it's like marked up right there too. Now this used to be all complete baby blue and clear blue plastic, lighter, and it'd just be like a clean figure, which some people do prefer, but for me, the thing that really drew to me with this Siege line was their promotion on, like, war and everything, and their battle damage. And I think the Netflix series so far has been knocking it out of the park. So that's all I really got for Chromia in vehicle mode. So let's get some Siege companions next to her. And so here we have Chromia Netflix version next to regular Siege, Prowl, and Ironhide. So I gotta say, they look fantastic together. I just want to know, is Ironhide still bigger, which he is, but is he longer? No, she is. So Chromia still is. Now let's bring up Prowl real fast. We gotta get a comparison here with that, and they're about the same. No, not really. Let's just back that up right there. She's longer, but that's okay. And they're about the height. They're about even. We'll just go even on that. But clearly, these are great figures. I wish they would have repainted Prowl and Ironhide into another Siege line with more battle damage and stuff, but we got something even better. We got Earthrise coming, and they are getting a retool and a repaint. So I'll take that. So that's it for the comparison. So let's get Chromia transformed and in robot mode. So now we're going to take a look at Chromia transforming into robot mode. So we're going to take rid of that weapon, drop this, take this off, set them to the side. Need those later. So you're going to come to the back here and straighten out our hand. This tab doesn't really lock in. It's just a little like placeholder there. Just like that, but it just comes up. Straighten out her arm. Going to come to the other side. Same thing. Just like that. So keep her arms just like this. Okay? Now, you're going to flip up her head. Come around. It's going to lock in. Turn. Just like that. So there we got Chromia. Next, I'm going to pull this apart. They just flip. Just like that. Then you're going to rotate. And I've been noticing this piece here, it does come off. I've had it come off at least a half dozen times so far, and I'm nowhere near rotating or anything. It's just fallen off. Somehow I got to stay now, and now it doesn't want to like even wiggle or up. There it goes. A little disappointed with that. Might have to glue that thing on there or something, just to make sure it doesn't fall off. But anyway, so we got this far. Bring our arms down. They're okay just sitting like this. Alright. Next, let's see here. So we're going to come out here. Try to untab these. Just like that. Just like that, okay? And that's going to free her leg up. Just like that. Turn this. Just like that. Bring her leg out. We're going to flip around now, so it's a little bit easier to see. Her other leg is still tabbed in. Just got to nudge that. Just like that, okay? You hold on to it like this, okay? This is going to fold in. The other thing I noticed, this piece, this thing is clear plastic on here, on the hinge. See, it comes right off. So be careful with this piece. Fold that in. Alright, it's secure. Bring this up. And these two tabs and these two tabs are going to go in these holes, respectively. Just like that. And fold this one, and it'll just go snug, just like that, okay? Turn it around. And that's going to be Chromia in robot mode. Now, hang on. She, at least this copy of mine, oh, forgot to turn that, has bad hips and thigh. This thing just spins. There's nothing to it. I tried tightening the screws. Maybe that would help. That did nothing for either of them. So we got her to stand. Perfect. Took me a while to even get her to stand. She just kept falling backwards because of her backpack. So let's just keep her right there just like that. So now, take that piece off. Take this piece, add it on to her weapon, and just take a close look at her gunmetal gray pistol here. Looks pretty neat. Looks like a James Bond weapon, but futuristic. So, add that piece on, and you get two of them because they're part of the exhaust on her car. Pretty cool mold detail. So I like to put one there on the gun, and then the other one right under, like a flashlight barrel, you know, attachment flashlight. And then you put the silencer right here on the end. And we'll lift that up. So she got a crosshair. Now she got her rifle with a flashlight attachment. At least that's my opinion on it. Could be something different. I don't know. Anyway, so that's Chromia in, just nudge her, robot mode. Taking a look at her in robot mode, flexibility wise, arms go back, but she hits the backpack. So there's not much you can do about that because of the transformation, but her shoulders do go up. She does have a bicep swivel. And all the rest of her joints are really tight. Shoulders are good, biceps are good, elbows are really good. Wrist articulation. There is none because of the transformation. She can bend them in a little bit, you know, like that if she wants, but that's it. Can't go the other way. Thigh rotation. Oh yeah, we got thigh rotation. This thing just spins. If you turn her leg backwards, you can get a split version of her. If not, if you try going this way, you're going to put pressure on this piece right here on this side, and it's going to pop this right off. So don't do that. That's as much as you get, unless you go backwards. If you go backwards, then you get a split. Okay. Now knees. Due to this thing, let's get this out of the way. You got 90-degree bend. And you do have ankle tilt. So she can go all the way with the ankles. And they're tight. Both of them are. My only gripe is the hips, thighs, that piece are pretty terrible on this figure. It looks great. I like the battle damage. Got the gunmetal gray. It looks like scorch marks, burn marks on her, like she's been in the war. I know her face sculpt has been painted a little bit differently. I think it's more like with the black. Her arms are more because of the transformation, so you got that blue and you got the gunmetal gray. Her shoulders are gunmetal gray. I think they were blue on the regular Siege version. I cannot recall. We got the white, so I got some white here, which is still good. I'm okay with that. Gunmetal gray. The back, we already know about the backpack, so we don't have to even talk about that. Other than, thank goodness they're making a Lita 1 not in this mold. We're going to get the RC version mold from Earthrise, which I'm okay with. It's something different. I have Siege Prow and Siege Ironhide next to Netflix series Chromia. And I gotta say, Prow and her are almost the same size. He's slightly taller, and then obviously Ironhide is a larger deluxe, so he's gonna be a little bit bigger than both of them. But I think the scale-wise, that works perfectly. On another note, apparently, at least in G1, I know for a fact, these two were boyfriend and girlfriend in that series. Now for the Netflix series, I have no idea what they're doing with that. But anyway, I got one more comparison. And here I have Chromia next to Optimus Prime from the Siege line. And you can see how tall he is versus her. And that scale's just about right. My final thoughts on this figure. I like the fact that they repainted it to look like more war-driven with the Siege line, which I do like the battle damage. I think that was an improvement. But it seems like they kind of rushed this figure and didn't care to take care of this part. It comes off. I'm pretty sure this thigh issue is not just on my figure. I'm very sure. And same with the hips. But everything else runs pretty smooth. Except for this piece back here. They could have tightened this up a little bit. That piece that folds out from here. Should have fixed that as well. And that's little minor things for them to fix. It's not like they are incapable of doing it. It just didn't seem like they wanted to. So, is this figure a great figure? Looks great. It's okay at best. It just needs more QC touching up. And that's all I got for this review. So, that's it.